almost into the ground. Oh, yard sale. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin. This is Diego, and we're recording this episode again. We had the best episode for you guys, and the GoPro, it was my fault. The setting was set to just too high, and it got all blown out. But we crashed this plane all over the place, and we put it back together recently. Put some CA on the winglets on the outside, and the propeller's breakaway. So it's cool for FPV or just kind of learning RC airplanes if you want to get into flying stabilized mode first and then move into full manual mode for barrel rolls and stuff like that. It's got a pretty interesting kind of, I call it like the home plate. It's the D460 from Radiolink. It says on the box that it's going to fly 30 minutes. I think the last time we flew it, maybe it got like 10 to 12 minutes, but we'll see how it does this time. We're going to try to slap a camera on top of it, give you guys some onboard footage, and we're going to let Diego fly again because he's been flying RC airplanes. So I think he's ready for a second go around with whatever it's called, the D460. Weird name. Why don't they name it like the Wasp or something? I don't know. But yeah, D460, 4,000 meters, 3 flight modes. 3, not 2, 3. Here we go. And in the box, this comes with pretty much, it's ready to fly, everything you need to fly. It has a Radiolink controller in here with the flight modes, and we have gym fan props. I got 2 in the box. It's like the long range 735-2. We got an instruction manual, and we got the CM210 little USB-C charger for these 2S batteries. And I got 2 batteries in the box. These are JST connectors on these batteries, so you can charge them on a standalone charger or the one that comes with it. And it looks like they're about 800 milliamp, and they say 30-minute flight time. We'll see what they do because I charge these up to full. So I think we should do some flying. Let's go ahead and slap the Insta360 camera on it. If it's fully charged, and we'll do some flying. All right, checking my control surfaces. Everything seems good. Up, down, left, right. Yes. So I remember from flying this last time that it is pretty fast. It looks good in the air. It doesn't seem to have like an ESC shutoff though. I was hoping that the propeller would come to a stop, but buzz the tower. So I'm in full stabilized mode right now. The flying home plate. It's up in the air again. And I can't even like explain to you guys how much we crashed this last time we flew it.
It got destroyed.
Like it was all over the place. Like
it was comical.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. We destroyed it, managed to fly it a little more, and then completely destroyed it, and then realized the video was shot.
we had like the best episode ever. We were cracking up because this thing was like bouncing off the ground in the parking lot. Like,
yeah, you hit my car.
Oh yeah, I did hit your car.
Yeah,
I hit your car. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to fly it in manual. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit lower altitude, try to not to fly into the trees. And let's see, I think this is kind of like what they call the gyro mode. There's also gyro mode. The first one was full stabilized, so this one lets you have a little more turn and a bank and a little more elevator, so I can go up, but I can't go all the way around. So now I'll try to do manual. Hopefully it doesn't reset the flight controller. All right, so that was some type of fail-safe, so I'll get it back up in the air. Okay, so the modes button is over here. It's not on the left, so it's actually this one here. And this one will actually turn off the motor and kind of give you a fail-safe option if you get in trouble. If you get way out there, you can flip that. It'll just kind of glide to the ground. So I am in stabilized mode. I am recording again. Yep. Look how level that thing launches. That's pretty crazy. It doesn't have a lot of down on the launch, which is nice for beginners. So if you've ever launched an RC airplane by hand, there's always kind of a dip right after you launch, and then you kind of throttle up. Just depending on the plane, you might have 50% or 60% throttle, maybe 70, depending on how big and heavy it is. But this thing flies really light. So like a little bit of wind too will be great for this plane, because it'll kind of get up there and just kind of glide. It has a pretty large like wing surface area. Watch out looking into the sun. So now I'm gonna flip into the next flight mode, and right there we're completely in manual mode now. So I'm gonna try to do a loop and a barrel roll out to the left. Come on back. If I get in trouble too, I can use this as kind of a bail switch and flip back to full stabilize mode. So now I'm back into full stabilize. If I push the wing one way or the other, it's gonna restabilize for me. But yeah, full manual mode is it almost feels like full rates. It's kind of crazy. So the roll rate is really high. Look at that. I just really hope my Insta360 Go doesn't fly off there with that roll rate. That's pretty quick though. Buzz the tower. And we crashed this thing all over the parking lot last time, and what's cool about it is the prop. We had 2 props and we came home with 2 props. Like, they didn't break. They just they fall off because there's a rubber band holding it on the front of the brushless motor. Some of you guys might not have seen that before on a little RC plane, but that type of prop, breakaway prop's been around for years. It's nothing new, but it's cool. Especially for noobs like us. Alright, so I'm gonna go. Now I'm in what should be gyro mode. So it's letting me kind of fly manual, but it's giving me a little bit softer flight characteristic. Now back in stabilize. So I have 0 throttle right there. It's a pretty good glide ratio. I think Diego should fly it now.
Alright.
Should let Diego get on the sticks. We got another battery over here, so we're gonna plug in another battery, and we're gonna get D on the sticks.
Okay.
Here we go. So,
here we go.
Ready whenever you're ready. Give it about half throttle, maybe 60%. A little more. Until it feels like it's gonna pull out of my hand. More. More. Nice. Diego's first time flying after the first debacle we had, where I hit his car.
Yeah, you asshat. Still, I looked the other day, I watched my car, I'm like, where's, oh yeah, Justin hit my car.
Brand new Honda.
Yeah.
Does it feel as easy as last time? This place is better than the last time we flew over at a church where there was a lot of trees real close in, and so we had a hard time keeping it right in this one little area. But I think you could probably fly this at a ball field. As small, like, it's pretty fast, but it also turns pretty quick. And at 0 throttle, it really has a pretty nice glide ratio. Well, that's gonna make interesting video. I believe Diego has 20/20 vision. Do you have 20/20 vision?
Nope.
Dude, look at that low throttle flying. That's awesome. That's what I want to see out of like a lot of my RC airplanes. I want to see how slow they can fly. I love like a slow flying plane with not a lot of stall. And the way this thing is shaped, there goes the Insta360. So check this out. This is cool. So you guys saw that he completely biffed it into the ground, and the prop's still there, and the motor mount's really good. So we're just gonna go ahead and stop this video here, but we're gonna give it another launch.
That was a glorious That was glorious.
That was gonna be a perfect
and
landing.
then I destroyed it on the coming around.
It was like, plap!
That's gonna be a great video.
Yeah, that's a good video. You want to launch? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick launch. It looks like this prop might be bent just a little bit. I heard it's a little bit of waggle when I just throttled up. So I'm gonna straighten out that prop a little bit. Let's go ahead and make sure we're stopped on this video.
Justin, that was so crazy. Awesome climbing up that tree.
Dude, that was sketch. So Diego just climbed up this tree behind us. Like, I thought he was gonna hit the tree. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of waggle in that prop now. I need to switch that prop out, but we're just gonna fly through this. So I think what'll happen though is we'll get a lot less efficiency from the battery if I have kind of a janky bent prop on it. But at about half throttle right there, look, it's just cruising. Like, I'm flying with one thumb, so left, right, up and down. A little more than half throttle now, about 55% throttle. That keeps the nose up. So I want to make a tight a turn as I can. That's full turn right there. Just lost it in the sun. But yeah, it lives again. Try not to hit myself. Trying to keep it close in so you guys can see it, because I took the camera off of it. So this is just kind of some bonus footage of this plane. It's interesting that that motor mount is held up this whole time, because we really did abuse the crap out of this plane. And the servo arms as well. They didn't, like, the control surfaces didn't break off. And this would be a great plane for experienced pilots too, because with that full manual mode, like, the roll rate's crazy. Like, there's full throttle. Now I'm in gyro mode right there, so it's giving me a little more assistance, but now I'm full manual. Back this direction. Don't want to fly over Diego. This thing only weighs, I think it's around 300 grams or so. It's pretty lightweight. But look at that, low altitude aerobatics. I wonder if it will do an outside loop. So I'm gonna go up with this prop. It looks like I'm at the end of this battery somehow. I'm gonna try an outside loop. Oh, that's awesome. It just did an outside loop. You see that, Diego? Do an outside loop. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Straight at the ground and back over. That's awesome. Barrel rolls, no problem.
Stunt it.
Stunt it.
Stunt it.
So I think one of the, I don't know about inverted flying with this one. I haven't really tried it, but let's see how it inverts. A lot of times I invert into the ground, so it is, woo! It is doing inverted pretty well. I'm in full manual mode, invert, almost into the ground. Oh! Yard sale. That was good. See, I was flying great, inverted, and then as soon as I get right side up, I crash it. So let's check it out. So this is what this plane is made for, I swear to God. Like, if you completely crash this plane into the ground, you can put the battery back in it and fly it again, I swear to God. It's pretty tough. It only has a little 15 amp ESC in here, old school JST connector, and I would say put a little bit of VHB on the battery on the bottom, and or a piece of Velcro to hold this battery in. And the CG is right about the front of the plane right there. Let's check out our motor mount. Everything's good there. And this little D460 is just pure fun. Nothing but fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this second go around with our D460 here. Another flying episode with Diego. His flying skills are really coming a long ways in his recovery from his injuries, and he's got a lot of dexterity with his thumbs coming back, so things are getting better all the time on the channel, and super cool new stuff always to see. They're sending us all kinds of cool RC stuff. Hopefully some more airplanes and RC helis on the channel this year too, again. So maybe we can get Diego flying an RC heli next time. But until next time, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Happy flying, everybody. Spring is coming. I'll see you out in the field. Bye-bye.